This is something I've wanted to say for a long time now. I'm still not entirely sure how to discuss it or say it, but a lot of times you'll hear the thank you messages on YouTube and such for everybody who's thankful for all the viewers and all the subscriptions, the likes and the comments, and I am grateful for them, and I am grateful for the views and the opinions you share. I'll always look forward to looking into and sharing the stuff that you suggest that people out there should know about. But if you'll remember my 100 subscriber video, I made a bit of a comment, a joke about these. It means a lot, the support I've been getting, even without what happened, but I really do want to share what happened and why it all means a lot to me. August 1st, 2022. About midnight, I had an accident in the house which screwed up my knee really, really bad. And 5 doctors at the ER that night, well, the next morning, told me that I had sprained my knee. It wasn't until 3 months later in a CAT scan I found out that I actually had microfractures on both sides of the joint and I had a torn meniscus. I'm still not fully recovered, but at least I can walk and jog slightly again and stretch it out fully, which is something a lot of people out there probably never get back to, and I still count myself lucky as being able to get there. That took me about a year and a half. Kept trying to go back to work and saying, boss, just have me sit on the phones, sit in a rolling chair, and I'll get the money from the people at the cash register or whatever. And they kept saying, no, 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 you might hurt yourself more. So I couldn't go to work for about a month. Outside of comments and a few of the videos and my community page posts, especially when it came to the car breaking down the second time, I really didn't want to bring any of this up to anybody. I didn't want to make it look like I was complaining, whining, trying to get sympathy from anybody. I wanted to have my own work speak for itself. I didn't want anybody watching me because they thought that I deserved it because I'd been through a lot of crap. And to this day, even before all this, I knew there was people out there who always had it worse than me, and they'll continue to have it worse than me. And I'll never take that away from anybody. Now, if something happens to you, feel free to think it all sucks as much as you want. It's no matter how small it might be in the grand scheme of things, it still sucks incredibly horribly when it's you yourself. And I believe at least one of you has brought up that you have had, well, we're not getting into that. The point I'm making is the reason I care about you all and the support you give me is because when you didn't know bad things were going on, you still gave it to me. Strangers, effectively. And that means a lot to somebody who, for a week and a half, couldn't sleep because of the immense pain they were going through. It was if you'd like a description of it, it was, I had to make sure my knee did not bend in certain angles, very small margins of error, and if it went too far, then, oh, it hurt a little bit, and then my body's natural instinct would be to snap it back in and hold it, and that just made it worse. I would have to grab the leg, bend it out to where it needed to be, and hold it there until the indescribable pain turned into a dull feeling. And by that point in time, the pain was so immense, my blood pressure had spiked to the point that my right arm was hurting after that. So, if you can imagine, I didn't get much sleep for a good bit of time. And 2 or 3 days into all this, so I'm laying in bed, awake, not wanting to be awake, but just when the pain wasn't distracting me, just thoughts of what was going to happen in my life going forward. If I should, this all happened the day after a high school reunion I'd been to, making me feel great about myself, making me feel that, hey, there was a corner coming around, maybe things are going to get better, and then this happened. Falling off your high horse hurts a lot more than when you just fall over, I guess you can say. It will always be in my mind that second or third night that I couldn't sleep. I mean, I can't give an exact number. Things are fuzzy for me at this point in time. About, I believe it was 4 or 5 a.m., I got the email on my phone that I had gotten 100 subscribers. That was pretty much because of the Blue Balls incident videos being shared. The empty one, thank you for that. And now you can see how much it meant to me. It was, like I said, a bunch of people that didn't know me thought that I did a good enough job to share what I did and tell other people about it and let them know. That continues to this day. The Insane Clown Posse video I did is now my #1 viewed, all that stuff video according to analytics for the first 48 hours, 7 days, whatever their standard is on there. But the point being, I always respect everybody who views and comments my videos as subscriptions that I earn from you, and I do see them as earning from you. That's why I don't ask in the videos. I think to myself, if I'm doing good enough, people will let me know. I try to respond to comments if I feel there's something I can say or add to them, or if there's anything to elaborate on. There's one comment in the ICP video that I don't think anybody's able to see because I think YouTube is censoring a word that's used in it, but the short version is they think I may have gone soft in how I was looking at things for ICP and the Juggalos. I think I said plenty enough in the video to not have to respond to that, but to make it more clear, I've repeatedly said things about fan bases and stuff, especially in the Sonic.exe video. But like I said, I respect everybody who says stuff, even comments that are critical of me, and consider that my response to it, even if nobody knows what I'm talking about. I mean, maybe it'll show up one day, and if you see it and you think it's negative, then still give the guy a like, because he had points to make, despite whatever reason anybody says he would be making those points. That's what respect is, when you don't know anybody, when you don't know why they're saying things, what their opinions are, but you still treat them as, a person, not somebody who should be shunned. I mean, people can, over time people can lose your respect, and that's not a thing, but the point is, that's how I've always lived my life, and I would have always respected and responded and interacted with everybody regardless. But ever since that day, I always try to make sure to redouble my efforts on that kind of thing, because you didn't know what you did for me. The people who were newer, who weren't around back then, you're still a part of that. You're still supporting me. I wouldn't be where I am right now. The Insane Clown Posse video that's had all these new views, all these new subscribers, that wouldn't have been made if it wasn't for the fact that previous viewers voiced their opinion. They voted for it. Nonstick Squid making a very compelling argument during the voting comments to begin with about it. And me feeling that even if it didn't win first place in the voting, it was still a video that the viewers, the subscribers, the people who saw it they had enough belief and respect in me that if I did do that video, I wouldn't be treating it like some sort of easy, I don't know how to say it, I would have given it the same respect and attention as something they would have been interested in. I mean, I hope you know what I mean. I didn't write any notes or anything for this. This is all from the heart. This is all just me talking, trying to be as honest to you guys as I can. Maybe a lot of it's rambling too, but I'll never, well, I hope I'll never be as low in my life as I was August 1st, 2022. And you guys, it meant a lot. To just I think you all get what I mean. So if you're just joining the channel, you're just subscribing, if you're not even seeing anything else and you don't subscribe, I still respect you. I still respond to you. I'll still see you. Everybody who's been here since the Blue Balls incident video, everybody who helped become those first 100 subscribers. Anything that comes in the future for me, be it this channel or anything else in my life, you honestly did help me get there. Because all I have to remember is that no matter how hard things get, there were people out there who didn't know me, and they cared. They cared about the videos, and they cared a little bit about me in that aspect, and I'll always remember how I felt when I had pretty much nothing else but staring at the ceiling in my bed for a week and a half straight, not knowing what to do going forward. But having people show support for just the little things that I did, that little bit, is what helped me smile and give myself the strength to move forward to the big things, whatever they are now and whatever they'll be in the future. That's why I care about these videos I make for you, why I try to do my best for them now, especially now. And why I'll continue to care about you, whoever else watches these videos in the future, subscriber or not, why I'll care about the people who are critical and, you know, if they're just being pure haters or throwing mud, whatever, I'm not caring about that. I'll always try to be better, try to do what I can. And this is a little bit of what inspired me to bring up the stuff about how we can be heroes in the real world for just doing little things for people in the Amori video that I got into, because this is an example of that. How just doing the smallest things at the right time in people's lives, even when you don't know what's going on, especially when you don't know what's going on, can mean the biggest things to people. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you all for being here. And I will always try to do what I can for you guys that are here to watch this and just be a part of this. And I hope that going forward, there's a lot I can share to help out other people out there. In the end, that's mostly just going to be pointing to independent creators and sharing what they've done and what other people say should be shared, but who knows? I'm not making any predictions about what I can or can't do in the future. For a while, I never thought I'd be able to run and jump again. So there's some things I'm wrong about in the videos and some things I'm wrong about in life, and that was one thing I'm very glad I was wrong about. So I really don't think there's much more I can babble on about right now, so I think now you can understand why I like ending my videos with "Take care, everyone."